chicken.
Let's just kick things off, right? So Hori, for the first time this week, showed us a Splatoon-themed headset that you will be able to use with your Switch when you're playing Splatoon 2. Now, this is a big deal because Splatoon 2 is a big multiplayer game coming out this week, and it requires a splitter, and it has to basically feed into your Switch, but also your cell phone. And the internet has responded. It is kind of the joke of the week. In kind, and a reminder that despite all of the awesome decals and the attention to detail that Hori put into this product, chat on Switch will be clunky. So let's talk about that, right? Like, you guys have seen it.
Yeah.
Per, why don't you kick it off?
Well, look, I mean, Hori is obviously stuck with producing a peripheral that works with Nintendo setup, and we knew all along Nintendo's setup for voice chat was going to require an app on your phone, on your Android or your iPhone, with a separate Wi-Fi connection, or, you know, if you don't have Wi-Fi at home, how are you playing online on your Switch anyway? And it requires a splitter. That was very clear to me, but when you see it, then you realize it requires a splitter. In this case, I thought they did a lot with making it like squid-shaped, and
I did like
the whole headset, the way it looks is really, really cool. And you know, as a Splatoon fan, I really want it. But why does it always have to be so complicated? Why can't it just be one cable? Or even think about the Pro controller. Like, add $10 to the cost of this thing. It's already expensive, but add $10 and make that the central device for voice chat, letting me sync to the device rather than having to go through another one with another cable. And I mean, it looks ridiculous, and that's because it is. It's backwards.
Yeah. Alana?
Well, one of the things I'm wondering about now that, you know, we've sort of seen what it's like in practice is, what happens if it's draining the battery life on my phone really badly? And at some point, it's just going to cut out, because obviously that's going to be a requirement. And that's like one thing that I hadn't thought about beforehand, is that you now have two wireless devices that run on battery that could run out at any point that you may not be paying attention to. That's like one of my main concerns. But I think it looks really good, enough that I'm happy that they figured out a way to do it that I think is also something I would like to own anyway. So I feel more positive than I feel like most of the internet does, because I think it looks so cool.
I like the look. Maybe it'll preserve your controller battery, because now you're not using voice chat through your controller.
That's true.
Yeah, which...
You gotta charge your phone, though.
Yeah, that was a concern I didn't actually think about, but totally makes sense, especially if you have an older phone, which the batteries deplete on those very quickly. Do you
Dies
have to
so
have
fast anyway.
Yeah, so do you need to have that plugged in? What is the app that eventually will be used for all of this? How is that going to drain on your phone? It is a worry and a concern, and obviously this is Hori, so there may be other Nintendo products down the line that we may see that help to offset some of this. But yeah, who knows? Oh no, I'm not for sure counting on anything with this. But I'm definitely hesitant for now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and it seems to be the product of just this multi, sort of modular design that Nintendo settled on. I mean, to me, that's what this says to me, because without a Pro controller, for example, if you remove the Joy-Con, would that have meant that the solution was plug it into a Joy-Con and get like your sound via a 3.5-inch or centimeter, whatever it is, jack to basically talk to people? Like, it was never going to be elegant, but this is just... Oh, it hurts. Like, it's such a strange and unfortunate thing. And it reinforces the thing that always bugs me sometimes with Nintendo products of, why does everything cool come bundled with an apology, right? Yeah. Like, there's always that other side of the coin. So just something to throw out there.